Welcome back to Crime Recall, where we delve into some of the most mysterious and infamous cases in history. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. In today's video, we're going to examine the chilling story of Lizzie Borden, a woman accused of murdering her father and stepmother in 1892. But was she truly guilty? Let's find out.
This is Crime Recall.
On August 4th, 1892, in Fall River, Massachusetts, a gruesome crime shook the town and would go on to become one of the most infamous unsolved murder cases in American history. Before we dive into the events of that fateful day, let's first understand the Borden family dynamics. Lizzie Borden was born on July 19, 1860, to Andrew and Sarah Borden. She had an older sister, Emma, and together the two sisters were raised in a strict religious household. After their mother's death, their father remarried Abby Durfee Gray, who would become the girl's stepmother. The relationship between Lizzie, Emma, and their stepmother was strained, and the sisters referred to Abby as Mrs. Borden instead of mother. Andrew Borden was a successful businessman, but he was also known to be quite frugal. This led to tensions within the family, as his daughters believed they deserved a more affluent lifestyle than he provided. On the morning of August 4th, 1892, the Borden household consisted of Andrew and Abby Borden, Lizzie, their maid, Bridget Sullivan, and a guest, John Morse, who was Lizzie and Emma's maternal uncle. Emma was away at the time, visiting friends in a nearby town. At around 11 a.m., Andrew Borden returned home from running errands. He lay down on the living room couch for a short nap. Just a few minutes later, he was brutally axed and killed with an axe or hatchet, receiving 11 blows to the head. Earlier that morning, between 9 o'clock and 10:30 a.m., Abby Borden was also killed in an upstairs bedroom. She was struck 19 times with the same weapon, her body discovered by Lizzie later that day. When the police arrived on the scene, they found no signs of forced entry and nothing appeared to have been stolen from the house. The murder weapon was never conclusively identified, although a hatchet was found in the basement with its handle removed. As the investigation unfolded, Lizzie quickly became the prime suspect. The police found it suspicious that she had discovered both bodies and had been alone in her house with her father when he was killed. Lizzie's behavior during the investigation raised eyebrows. She provided inconsistent statements about her whereabouts at the time of the murders and seemed oddly composed despite the gruesome events that had taken place in her home. Additionally, a local pharmacist later testified that Lizzie had tried to buy prussic acid, a deadly poison, just days before the murders. Although this was never conclusively linked to the case, it added to the growing suspicion around her. In June 1893, Lizzie Borden stood trial for the murders of her father and stepmother. The prosecution focused on her odd behavior and inconsistencies in her story, as well as the potential motive for the crime, inheriting her father's wealth. They also presented the testimony of the pharmacist regarding Lizzie's attempt to buy prussic acid. However, the defense countered these points by highlighting the lack of physical evidence tying Lizzie to the murders. There was no blood found on her clothing or any murder weapon definitively linked to the crime. Furthermore, They pointed out that Lizzie had an alibi during the time her stepmother was killed, as she claimed to have been in the barn. The trial lasted 15 days, and at the end, the jury took just 90 minutes to find Lizzie Borden not guilty. The lack of direct evidence and the jury's reluctance to believe a woman from a respected family could commit such a heinous crime played a significant role in her decision. With Lizzie acquitted, the question remained, who killed Andrew and Abby Borden? Over the years, several theories have emerged. Some speculated that Bridget Sullivan, the family's maid, committed the murders. It was rumored that she had a strained relationship with the Bordens and was resentful of her working conditions. However, she had an alibi, as she was outside washing windows at the time of the murders. Another theory involves Andrew Borden's illegitimate son, William, who supposedly sought revenge for being excluded from his father's will. While this theory provides a potential motive, there is no evidence to support it, and the existence of William Borden is itself questionable. Some believe an unknown intruder committed the crime. However, given the lack of forced entry, the fact that nothing was stolen, and the brutality of the murders, this theory is considered unlikely. Emma, Lizzie's older sister, has also been suggested as a possible culprit. Although she was out of town during the murders, some speculate she may have secretly returned home, committing the crime, and then left. However, there is no evidence to support this theory, and it is mostly based on speculation. The Lizzie Borden case remains one of the most famous unsolved murder cases in American history. It has inspired numerous books, films, and even a popular nursery rhyme. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. Lizzie Borden lived the rest of her life in relative seclusion, passing away on June 1st, 1927. Emma died just a few days later. The two sisters were buried side by side in the family plot, near the graves of their murdered parents. The Lizzie Borden case continues to captivate and perplex crime enthusiasts over a century later. Did Lizzie Borden really commit the gruesome murders? Or was the true killer never brought to justice? We may never know the answer to this chilling mystery. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Lizzie Borden case. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and let us know your thoughts on the case in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more Crime Recall and click the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries that surround us.